All right, welcome one and all to another Softball Sunday. If I'm being honest, I'm getting a little tired of dealing with the mosquitoes down in the field by the woods, so we'll resume that activity when the weather cools a little bit. But for now, welcome to La Jam Deck. I built this on the 4th of July. It's a wonderful spot to be, and we're christening it today with Push. I thought it would be a great song because it's 4 easy chords. Also, there's some variations, some easy variations of those 4 easy chords that are going to make you look SMRT smart. And also, the ladies love it. Old ladies, young ladies, newborn babies, fun for the whole family. Now, if you're going to play this song along with the record, it's tuned a half step down and then 10 hertz lower than that. Why? I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. We're not going to worry about that on this Softball Sunday. We're just going to stay in standard tuning. You tune down if you want to, but grab a G chord.
Can I go now?
Yes, you can go.
Jeez.
G, D, E minor, C. These are the normal versions of the chords we're going to play. You can do it this way if you like. G, da, 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 D, E minor, C, ba, ba, ba. But let's do some fun variations. Not on the G chord, that stays normal. But for the D, we're going to play the better man chord. D with an F sharp in the bass. E2, G2, B3. The thinking behind this is we've taken that E2 and turned it into that E2. It's really the same exact chord, but whatever note E2 is, F sharp, is in the bass now instead of on the top. So that's D with an F sharp in the bass. E minor stays normal. And here's a way to play C add 9. It is A3, D2, B3, and it has the open E string. I call this Jerry Cantrell C add 9 because this is the only way Jerry Cantrell ever plays C add 9. Oftentimes it's with the pinky on the E string. Sometimes it's with the open E string. Either way, it's C add 9, and there's an extra. So here, let's do this first. G, D with an F sharp, E minor, special C add 9. There's a really special move on this special C add 9. Once you give it a strum, take your index finger off, pluck that string and hammer it back on, and then pluck that high G note. That's what happens in the recording. So, do this if you can, if you care to, if you want. You're going to go G, D, E minor, C add 9. For all the extra action. That's the verse over and over and over again. When we get to the pre-chorus, the thinking behind that particular C add 9 is perhaps elucidated a little bit because the first chord of the pre-chorus is D sus 2, which is D with an open E string, no middle finger. I even like to strum the A string to make it a little fatter here. You do you. Get a little plucky with it. And then the C add 9. You may notice that the E and the B strings are the same from that D sus 2 to the C add 9, so it provides like a thread through the thought. Here we go. D sus 2, C add 9, second time back to D, and on the C add 9 it's 1, 2, 3. Turnaround into the chorus. You hit your D and then you make it D sus 4 with your pinky finger on the E string 3rd fret, and not only does that sound cool and act as a really cool turnaround, it's a nice transition from D to G, which is the first chord of the chorus. Your ring and pinky fingers are already in the right spot. How cool. Now, in this chorus, Matchbox 20 uses C with a G in the bass, and I want to be very clear that I completely do not care if you use C with a G in the bass or not. It's not one of my favorites, but it's like, you got C, put your ring finger on the E3 and your pinky finger back on the A3. This is a C with a G in the bass. That's a G note. There's already a G note, open G string, in the C chord, so putting the G in the bass doesn't change the C-ness of this chord. Good thing there's no P chord. You can do that if you want or not. I'm going to opt not to, or maybe I will. Who knows? Chorus, G, regular D, C, regular D, twice, G, D, C, yes I did, D, then E minor, D, C, chorus. And lastly, the bridge. This is the part of the song that's not the intro, it's not the verse, it's not the pre-chorus, and it's not the chorus. It's some other part, and it's the bridge. This particular bridge sets up the last chorus. Something different to experience before you go into the familiar, wonderful thing. So here we go. E minor, D with an F sharp in the bass, C, regular D. And I love that they made the distinction between D with an F sharp and regular D here, because this allows our bass note to go, to go, don't do that at parties, which is a decidedly different feel than anything that's happened yet. You do it, however many times it happens, I don't know. You'll know when to switch, because the band will go back into the chorus. And that's that. And those are all the pieces. So on behalf of Oliver and I, thank you so much for being here. We hope that was fun and helpful, and we'll see you next time with more stuff. Hey, listen, if you'd like to get all my tabs and playthroughs and the world-famous Mega Whoa Baby bonus lesson, check out my Patreon. Link in the description. Hope to see you there. See you next time. Goodbye.